What is going on, everyone? I am back here with another video for you guys today. And today I'm going to be giving you guys my full review on the iPhone 5S. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing first, let's take a look at the hardware on the iPhone 5S. As well as comparing it to the iPhone 5. So let's go ahead and start with the hardware first. So on the front here, we have the 4-inch diagonal Retina display, same exact display as we found on the iPhone 5 in 2012 when the iPhone 5 came out. And then down here we have the home button, and the home button is actually a brand new home button. Actually, it is serving as a Touch ID fingerprint scanner. So you can just put your finger on it and it'll allow you to unlock the phone or purchase content from iTunes or the App Store. So that is really cool feature. And also the metal ring around the home button is it's acts as a sensor to allow the phone to recognize that your finger is actually touching the button. So because if this ring was not there, the phone would actually not know if you were touching the home button or not. So it's pretty cool. So the metal ring serves more than just an aesthetical design detail, which is pretty cool. So moving to the top, top here we have the ambient light sensor, proximity sensor, and the first of 3 microphones. The earpiece with noise canceling capabilities. And then we have our 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera that shoots 720p video at 30 frames a second, just like the iPhone 5. Moving to this side, we have the mute/vibrate switch, volume up and down. And then our color-coordinated antenna bands. We have 4 of them, one there, one there. And then 2 more on this side, and then while I'm on this side, we have our 4G LTE SIM card tray, which is a nano SIM, by the way. And if you buy this phone on Verizon, they will have the SIM card pre-installed, so there's no need to have a SIM removal tool unless you really need to do so, or if you're going to use this phone on a different carrier, then you'd have to go out and purchase a SIM removal tool. So moving to the top, we have our sleep-wake button. Moving to the bottom, we have the 3.5mm headset jack, our microphone, lightning port, as well as the 5-magnet speaker, just like the iPhone 5. Now, moving to the back, as you can see, I have the silver version. You can also pick this iPhone 5S up in 2 other color variations, including space gray and gold. But yes, I have the silver version here, a silver and white, I guess you could call it. So we have the silver anodized aluminum backing cover, our shiny Apple logo, as well as the shiny iPhone branding. And then we have white glass on the top and bottom of the phone, just like the iPhone 5. So basically, the design of the 5S is exactly the same as the iPhone 5. Just it has some new colors to choose from. It's pretty cool. Now, right here, let me go and focus in real quick. Okay. We have our improved camera. So, as you can see here, we have a dual LED flash, which actually now acts as a cool tone flash, as well as a warmer tone flash. Excuse me. And essentially what that does, it'll give you much more natural colors to your photos when you take a photo using the flash. So, for example, if you take a picture of a friend, your friend's skin tones will come out much more vibrant and much more realistic looking than it would have on the iPhone 5, because the iPhone 5 has a cool tone flash only. So the pictures that you take with the flash come out very cold and somewhat washed out. So pictures that I have actually taken using this flash, it is a big improvement, I must say. So kudos to Apple for doing this. On the next to that, we have our our microphone, which is the second of 3 microphones. The third one, like I said, is on the bottom. But anyway, it is now a pinhole shape instead of an oval shape that it was on the iPhone 5. And then we have our 8 megapixel rear-facing camera, which is also auto-focusing, as well as it shoots the same 1080p video at 30 frames a second. Now, it does have a new slow motion mode, which captures 120 frames a second video for slow motion videos. So now, if you were to use that slow motion mode and take the slow motion out of it, you'll get up to, I believe, 60 frame a second video, just like the iPhone 5, which is pretty nice. So you can get some smooth video recording out of this camera. So that's pretty much it of the hardware of the iPhone 5S. So let's go ahead and take a look or compare it to the iPhone 5 now. So here is what the iPhone 5S looks next to the iPhone 5. Of course, my iPhone 5 has a case on it, so you can't really see the full effect and compare the two in terms of size and design. But you can get the overall general aspect of what the two look like. So I'm going to go to just on the lock screen on both of them. So as you can see here, the screens are exactly the same size. They're both a 4-inch Retina display with the same exact pixel resolution with these 326 ppi or pixels per inch. So now if we flip them around, like I was saying, as you can see here, like I said, the dual LED flash over here on the iPhone 5S. Let me go ahead and focus in on that again. So there we go on the iPhone 5S. Oh, and another thing to note is the metal rings around the camera, as well as around the flash itself, are also missing. On the iPhone 5, you had those on there, which gave it some cool uniqueness and detail, but the iPhone 5S does not have that, unfortunately. But here's what the iPhone 5S's camera looks like. Now, here is what the iPhone 5 camera looks like. It's kind of hard to see, because it's dark. But anyways, you can see there's the metal ring around the camera, as well as the flash. And then also, as you can see, the flash is just a single flash, which is a cold tone flash, which gives somewhat washed out pictures when using it. So, not the best flash on a phone, but it'll do. And there's the microphone that I was saying is the oval shape. And then on the iPhone 5, it's just a pinhole. But overall, the design of the iPhone 5S is basically entirely identical to the iPhone 5, except for the redesign of the home button, as well as the redesigned colors and the flash and camera. So that's pretty cool. I'll bring the iPhone 5 back in later in the video. Anyway, so now let's get on to the specs. You can pick up the iPhone 5S in 3 different configurations, starting at 16 gigabyte, going up to 64. So it's 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes, starting at $199, $299, and $399 accordingly. Now, the weight is only 112 grams, which is pretty much identical to the iPhone 5, about 3.95 ounces. So not bad in terms of weight. A new big thing here is it is running the A7 dual-core processing chip, which is also 64-bit, which is nice, and it also has the M7 motion core processor, which is essentially a motion sensor, or more like a motion processor, that helps alongside the accelerometer, gyroscope, and everything like that to give you more precise movements of your overall phone movements, I would say. So that's really nice. So good improvement on the processing. You can also pick it up on 3 different carriers, AT&T, Sprint, and T-Mobile, as well as Verizon, which is the version I have here, the Verizon 5S. Moving on. It supports Bluetooth 4.0 technology, so you have the latest Bluetooth in the 5S, which is nice, as well as the latest Wi-Fi. So you have 802.11 A, B, G, and N. You do not get AC, which is unfortunate, but that's not too big of a deal. And wireless Wi-Fi N capability can go to 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, depending on your router's configuration and signal processing. So now moving on, the sensors we have in here is a GPS and a GLONASS GPS, digital compass, built-in Wi-Fi, of course, and the cellular chip for cellular data, of course. And then we have, let's see here, moving on, I'm looking at a spec sheet that I wrote down earlier, so I can give a good thing here. It's the camera, let's see, moving on. Front facing. It also still supports FaceTime, of course. Also, it supports FaceTime over Wi-Fi, or excuse me, cellular, just like the iPhone 4S and iPhone 5, so it's good to have that. Audio playback, it supports all the major audio types like usual. TV and video, same thing. Has Siri, all that good stuff. Now the battery, you can get up to 10 hours of talk time on 3G/4G networks. So, gonna get some nice talk time out of here. And it has up to 250 hours of standby. So, very nice there. So, that's pretty much of the specs. So now let's move on to the software and give a demonstration of the home button, Touch ID home button. So let's go ahead and unlock it. So let me go and put my password in real quick. Okay. So here we are on the home screen. I actually may have to make this video 2 parts because my camera's running out of storage space currently. So if I do run out of space, I'll have to make it a part 2, and I'll have to link the video to part 2 in the description or something. So hopefully I don't have to do that, but if I do, I'll go ahead and I'll have to do that. So, but anyway, here is the home screen. So looks exactly the same as the iPhone 5, so let me bring that back in here. Let me go and unlock it real quick. Alright, so as you can see, same exact screen, same screen resolution and everything like that. Same row of icons. You get the 5 rows of icons and everything like that. Same iOS 7 experience, just it's on a new phone with a new processor and everything. One thing I want to show, though, is the camera. So let's go ahead and go into that. So as you can see here, we have a slow motion mode, which is the new thing of the iPhone 5S, which, as you can see there, it says 120 frames a second. So let's go ahead and start a quick video. So I'm going to start recording. So I'm going to move the iPhone 5 across the screen kind of quickly. So you can see here, it's moving. There you go. Let's go ahead and stop the video. Now let's go play it back. And you should see it in slow motion. So as you can see there, it is playing in 120 frames a second slow motion, which is actually really smooth compared to the iPhone 5 60 frames a second slow motion capabilities. So very, very nice there. Slow motion feature is really, really nice. But one thing that you need to notice is that when you use the slow motion mode, it degrades the HD quality of the video down to 720p instead of 1080p. So it degrades it by a little bit, but not by much. So, but other than that, the camera is basically the same. You have the same iOS 7 experience. You can take pictures. One new thing, though, is you can have a burst mode. As you can see here, I can hold down the camera button. And as you can see there, it burst moded a lot of different pictures. Now, if you go into the Pictures app, you can see burst 12 photos. Now, all those pictures are stored in one single photo, so you can hit favorites and then slide through all of the pictures that you took during the burst mode function, which is really nice, and you can pick and choose which pictures you want to save out of that group of photos, which is really nice. Or, as you can see here, you can delete all 12 of the photos at once, and bam, they're gone. So that's pretty cool. Now, the flash. Let's go ahead and turn it on via video. So, as you can see here, yes, as you can see, the flash, both dual LED flashes are lit. So, as you can see, the bottom one is a warmer color, and the top is a cool color. So, that's what gives the natural colors for the lighting in the room or subject that you take the picture of. So, it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and turn that off now. So that's pretty much it of the camera app. So now let's go ahead and go over to Touch ID now and check out how that works. So what you need to do to get to Touch ID, go into General, go down to Touch ID and Passcode. Let me enter my passcode. Okay. So once you're in this section, you can go right here, Touch ID. And then you can enable or disable the ability to unlock the phone or purchase iTunes and App Store content, so you can choose to turn those features on and off. And then down here is where you would add and remove fingerprints. So if I were to add a fingerprint, such as right here, it says place your finger on the sensor, so I'll put this finger on it. And then you keep tapping your finger up and down until it fills in the fingerprint icon here on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It wants to get every part of your finger. There we go. Now it's going to adjust the grip, and it's going to do the sides of my finger now. You can see here. And it should be getting done. There we go. And Touch ID is complete. Hit continue. There you go. Now if you were to lock the phone and unlock it, put your finger on it. There you go. You're back in the phone. So Touch ID works really, really well, and it's really fast. So it gets things done quickly, and you don't have to keep typing your password in over and over again to get things done. You can just put your finger on the home button and unlock your phone like so. There you go. Bam, you're in, and you are ready to go. So Touch ID is a really, really neat feature, and I am really happy with it. Now, if Touch ID happens to not recognize your finger, so I'll put this finger on, and it says right there, try again. And if you do that too many times, it'll have you go, here as you can see here, enter your password. So then you can go enter your password, and you're right into your phone. So you don't have to worry about being locked out because the phone can't recognize your fingerprint. But anyway, that is Touch ID, and I am really happy with what Apple has done with the Touch ID sensor. It is really, really nice and is really efficient and lets you get things done quick and easy without needing to put a password in. So, really awesome. And then if you want to, real quick, let's go Touch ID. If you want to remove your finger, hit the edit button, hit delete, and there you go. You have removed that fingerprint data from your phone. So, really easily manageable, all that good stuff there. But anyway, that is basically it of the iPhone 5S, other than it is much faster than the iPhone 5. It's actually much noticeably faster if you compare them side to side, which I'm not going to do in this video, but yeah, it's really noticeable. The A7 chip screams. It's 64-bit. It's just overall much better than the A6 chip in the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 5C, actually. But anyway, that's basically it of my full review of the iPhone 5S. If I happen to miss anything, be sure to leave that in the comments below, and I'll probably make a follow-up video highlighting those features that I may have missed in this video. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a pretty long video at 20 minutes long, but it's pretty worth it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button right down there. Let me go ahead and exposure. There we go. Comment below if you have any questions about the iPhone 5S or just have any questions in general. Leave those comments below, and I'll get back to your guys' comments as soon as I can. And thumbs up the video. Much appreciated. It helps me out a lot. It helps my channel, and it helps me produce more videos for you guys to enjoy. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again. Make sure once again to leave those comments below if I happen to miss anything. I really am eagering you guys to do that because I hope I didn't miss anything. But anyway, once again, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out till next time.